sitting in his prison cell, staring at the wall. It's almost 10 p.m. He's waiting for the lockup call, waiting for the sound of the self-closing doors. Still and now, and the lights will turn off. The nights in prison are long. Since 43 years, the procedure of every evening is the same. Since 43 years, the fixed but other routine of the day. Footsteps from window to door, 3.5 from wall to wall. Must have been 1,000 times he's been walking this up and down. A table, a chair, the bed and the can, the small window too high to look outside, and just a few private things like the poster of a pin-up from 1969. Since 43 years, this little cell is his own. It seems to him another thing he had never known. And tomorrow he will get discharged from prison, will get amnesty, but the prison is the world he knows was his life for so many years. Tomorrow he will get released into freedom, into an unknown world, into a life he isn't prepared for, into a life that he fears. First months in prison were exceptionally severe. There was no privacy, a life in this narrowness and in permanent fear. There was violence between the black and white. There was violence between the gangs. There was violence by the guards against every man. Closely confined with 900 men, anywhere you are alone. He never got a visit, even by his family, he was disowned. There was boredom when there's nothing to do. Days in prison go slowly. It became a little bit better when he got this job in the laundry. He had seen many men come and go in all this time. Some of them went mad, some of them died. 43 years and he had learned to survive. In the end he came to terms with his life. And tomorrow he will get discharged from prison, will get amnesty, but the prison is the world he knows was his life for so many years. Tomorrow he will get released into freedom, into an unknown world, to a life he isn't prepared for, into a life that he fears. Trying to remember what's happened in that fateful night. A few white college boys came into the bar to spoil for a fight. Bad words were said, came to a brawl. Suddenly there was a knife. In the end, one of the white boys bled hard and died. Jamal hunkered over him and tried to stop the bleeding. The police rode down, they found him blood spattered beside the body kneeling. The courtroom was filled with white men, even the jury and the judge were white. Jamal asserted that he's innocent, that he'd never carried a knife. There was the police report and the knife with his fingerprints, and the white college boy testified and pointed to him. Judge found him guilty of murdering that young man. Jamal was just 21, anyhow a life sentence the judge declared. 43 years of his life for something he'd never done. For this reason he's feeling nothing, not even anger at his legal wrong. And tomorrow he will get discharged from prison, will get amnesty, but the prison is the world he knows was his life for so many years. Tomorrow he